Thanks very much. I'm actually very glad that it's David. Neil, sorry, Neil. I'm really bad with names. I'm really glad Neil's here, because if anyone dies on stage, he can help us afterwards. That's all. So, hopefully everyone in the room has been through the terrible experience of having an interview. That moment when you have dread in your stomach, and you're worried what's going to come next. What is that question, the killer question? And then it comes. Where do you plan to be in 5 years' time? And you don't know what to say. Do you picture yourself high and look like you're troublesome? Do you picture yourself low and they think you're a plodder? Or do you look them in the eye and you go for the kamikaze route? Your job looks pretty good to me. Well, I got asked that question, and thankfully the boss helped me afterwards. He said to me, if you're still here in 5 years' time, and if I'm still here in 5 years' time, I've done something wrong. And he explained to me that hopefully I should have grown beyond the company by that stage, and he should have been knifed in the back by someone he had mentored. And 6 months later, he was gone, as he planned. And 2 months later, I had that wonderful moment where you walk into your room and there's a brown cardboard box for you. But I took quite a lot away from that job. I took a whole new way of thinking, and it's to make yourself redundant. Now, so often in life, we see these bosses who are perhaps not putting the right kind of message across. We get bosses who are hoarders, who hoard opportunities, who hoard all the credit, or who hoard people, but they hoard them for the wrong reason. They're hoarding them to get credit and to get a position, rather than thinking about what they could do. Now, the boss I had, he moved on to bigger and better things, you'll be unsurprised to hear. But along the way, he affected a lot of people in a good way. And everyone who left moved on to bigger, brighter things, taking that same message with them, which is to make yourself redundant. You have to find the way out of your business. When we look at entrepreneurs, we always say their biggest failing is that they never find the escape route. They never find the way out. It becomes all about them. And yet we don't say that of people. Now, given that we've got a bit of a Strictly Come Dancing theme, does anyone here watch The Apprentice? Hands up. Good, good. This year we had 2 finalists. We had a lady called Helen, and a gentleman called Tom. I don't know if everyone remembers that the lady called Helen, she won every task. She was great. And Alan Sugar said, I would take you on any day. And what did she do for a job? She was a PA. She'd hung around, hoping she was going to get somewhere, and never got noticed. She was under the nose of the chief executive all that time, never got given the opportunity to shine. We need to give people the opportunity to shine. We have to give them all these opportunities so we can get out, we can be redundant. Now, you may think that's all about giving them all the good stuff and not making them do the difficult stuff. But we know, we've been taught since we're children, you don't get your ice cream unless you eat your sprouts. You've got to do the difficult stuff as well. So it's being an adult about it. They've got to do the difficult things. They've got to do the sales calls. They've got to do the paperwork. They've got to do chasing the bills. They've got to be part of the company. You can't just delegate and drop things on. And I know some of you are thinking, this is just delegation. It's just delegation under a different word. You're not making yourself redundant, it's just delegation. But think about this, delegation is all about time management. Getting stuff off my desk. Getting out of the office sooner. This is different. This is thinking, what can I give to someone so that they can progress? What can I give them that will help them, and what are their gaps? How am I going to find the people around me so that when I leave, there's something left? It's not all about me. And I say, you need to make yourself redundant. So The challenge is, everybody, tonight, when you go home, work out who the person is who you would like to take your place. Think about it. Think about what they need to do to take your place. And think about what you can give to them by way of opportunities, time, perhaps some resources, to let them take your place. Because if you're a manager, your role is to find the path to success, to give the resources to success, and to get rid of the roadblocks. But you've got to know a time will come where you will be the roadblock. You need to make yourself redundant. Thank you very much.